Hello, it's FTMO Challenge Bass again. I wanted to record a small video showing you the rule of thirds. So, right now, you can see that what happened here, the price came back up and it was seeking liquidity. Where is our liquidity, closest liquidity in this leg? All this is liquidity. But as you can see, the price went up. And then instead of making a new high, it created a failure swing and went down. So now this becomes your inducement. And the price came and took it by a pip, not even a pip, maybe a half a pip, okay? But it still took it still counts. And usually this will be very valid in these instances where there is an imbalance candle above. In these instances, you can actually take the trade from here and put your stop above this imbalance candle and target the low. If not, there was an entry here. But that's just hindsight. The thing I wanted to talk about is the rule of thirds. And as you can see, starting from here, this is all just one leg. This is basically one leg. So this was the only liquidity point. Also, why it works, because some smart money people know that they call this the flip entry, right? This is basically the flip. Some people would enter here. In this case, they would probably enter here. Somewhere here. That's why the move was so fast. And they only took it by a pip, because that's all they needed. The dumbest thing would be to enter here, because this is also a clear liquidity point. You never enter on these. As you can see, it gave you a small reaction, and then it just took off with a huge move. Oh, there is no liquidity point here. If there was a high like this, then yeah, then maybe this wick would work. Maybe. If there was a high like this, then we would call this the liquidity point. But there is no liquidity here. So this will be used as your liquidity. That's how you can check liquidity points easily. If you don't see the liquidity, then you are the liquidity, that saying. Yeah, so what I wanted to explain was that this flip entry is also an inducement. This is also an inducement. So don't look at the entry here, look at the entry above it. As I said, the most valid ones are going to be the ones that you have imbalance above, like this. And now let's talk about this entry. Why this entry is valid? Well, because we took the inducement. And we went down. We created this pattern and we mitigated this wick with this candle. And we broke down. We created another high here, which serves as an inducement. We came down and we came to mitigate the candle. And then we came down. So this wick was mitigated by this candle, which took out this liquidity, this triangle liquidity, little, but it counts. It took out and it broke down. And as you know, the first high after the break is the liquidity point as well. So this would be your perfect entry here. As you can see, it got tapped to the pip. You can put your stop here, or if you want to be more safe, you can always put it above the high that took out the main inducement. And you target the same liquidity. So yeah, this would be a nice 17-hour trade, or 7 if you want to be more safe. So yeah, the flip entry, sometimes it works, but this must have taken out some liquidity as well. The flip entry works only if this is like this, and then it builds the liquidity inside here, and it takes out and then drops. And if this happened inside the flip entry, let's say something like that, and this one took out this trendline liquidity, then yes, this flip entry works. But can you see the difference? In here, there was one move and the second move, one move, second move, and just going down. 1, 2, 3. The rule of thirds. This is the liquidity point. This is the inducement. Imbalance above. Liquidity creation, taken out, break, mitigation, go down. Of course, hindsight, but it doesn't matter. This is what happens all the time. Valid, This is also valid if you take the entry above. If not, just wait for the confirmation. What is the confirmation? Again, we take out inducement, we will go down, we create liquidity, we mitigate the high, we break down, we mitigate the candle that took out liquidity, and we go down. So I don't need this to be broken. As you can see, this would have taken ages and you would have missed your entry. I don't look at this side when taking a trade. I only look at this side. And in this side, I look for this. Or in this case, it was this. Either way, the logic behind it is building a liquidity, builds a liquidity on both sides, takes out one side, breaks, and this is your entry. Here. I hope this is clear. We will see you in the next video.